Y'all shoot it at me. Let's.
Seems like
impressions of the way your defense played overall today, and specifically Peyton Bowen. We obviously saw the interception that he made. Jeff was up here bragging about that play.
Yeah, I think that today was another step for us. We made some improvement. We never make enough, never have, never will, no matter what year, what school, whatever. But they've done a great job, and we've come a long way. We got a ways to go, but I'm really proud of them, and thought that today we took another step, and it was really cool because everybody got a chance to play today, and that's always, because during the practices we got some guys that don't get a whole lot of reps, and for them to have a chance to get in today, that's always fun to see. And you saw our sideline getting excited when those guys got opportunities as well. But we had some big plays. And you're talking about the interception with Peyton. He was in phase. He did a great job locating the ball, and he went up and high pointed it and made the pick. And football is such a game of inches with a small margin for error. And when you go up and make those plays as not make them, that's a big difference in a game, a season, a whole deal. So pleased with him. He's had a great spring, and excited to be taking the next step and moving forward.
And it seemed like, your transfers, your young guys, those were the guys that were popped today. Guys that we haven't seen a lot before, whether it's Bot Royd or Deshaun McCall or Reggie Pearson, or even the young guys like Kobe.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about how far they've come throughout the years?
Well, it's every one of our transfers has come in here with a lot of humility. It's not like they've approached this the right way, and that's good for your locker room and good for your football team. On top of having competitive depth, where guys are pushing each other for reps, and that makes everybody better. And again, pleased with that. Still got a ways to go, but we've made strides. We've got more competitive depth, and we're going to continue to make strides.
Hey, Chad, what did you think about Kip Lewis today and your linebackers?
I thought Kip played hard and did a good job today. He was more physical than he has been. He was more sudden, and he's just got to get bigger. He's putting on. Working hard to get bigger and get stronger, and because he's instinctive, he can really run, and when he gets some more meat on him, he's going to be a really good player for us.
Coach, the amount of talent you guys have added to the line this offseason, how different does that group feel coming out of spring?
Again, you're going back to some competitive depth where it just anytime you can have that, you build competition, and it builds performance because they know that there's somebody behind them that's nipping at their heels, and if they don't perform, then they'll lose opportunities, and the other guy will get more opportunities. And that's a back and forth that you hope happens throughout the course of the year, because that makes everybody better. Yeah. Not a lot. He's been rehabbing and recovering, and we certainly don't want to run somebody out there before they're ready. We're not going to do that. So, but at the same point, it was good to see him get some reps towards the end of spring, and did a nice job. And again, is right in the mix, and looking forward to seeing what happens this summer.
Ted, Reggie Pearson played a lot of football, but are there elements of his game that have either surprised you or maybe jumped out to you this spring and working with him so closely?
Well, I don't know about surprised, but I think that he's gained knowledge in the system, and because he's learning a new language now. But at the same time, Coach Hall's done a wonderful job with him, and he's again going back to humility. He's jumped right in, he's worked his tail off, and at the same time approached it with the right attitude. So proud of him.
In your impressions of Cy Wagner through the spring, looked like he got some run with some of the first team return guys.
He has been a guy that he doesn't blink. He is a guy that you put him out there and it's never too big, and he's very reliable. He does what he's supposed to do. If he doesn't bust, and he plays hard, and he's physical. And again, a guy that just needs some more size, but he is really physical for a guy his size, and he doesn't act like a freshman. He acts like he's been here a little while.
Another freshman, PJ Adebawore, maybe just what has stood out to you about him, his work on the defensive line, and what are maybe some of the next steps for him?
The next step is just like any next step for the young guys to get in the weight room with Coach Smith this summer and grind it out, and at the same time continue his knowledge, picking up the system and fundamentals and techniques that go along with playing at this level, and certainly here at University of Oklahoma. So just continuing to work and go through the process. But he's got a bright future as well.
Coach, in your experience, do you feel like you're kind of seeing the gains going into year 2 that you expect, and just in terms of culture setting and consistency?
Yeah, it's again improvement in all areas, and we needed to, obviously, but to our guys' credit, they've done that, and again, I'm real proud of them.
Can you talk about Grayson Baldwin and what he did today? He seemed to be very disruptive.
Grayson, yeah, he was. The thing with Grayson, he's got a lot of ability and can show out like that a little bit, and just got to, from a consistency standpoint, just got to continue to be consistent because again, he's a young guy. But he's got a guy with a bright future ahead of him too, and just again to work on the consistency. But yeah, he made some big plays for us today.
Coach, how many roughly snaps? Do you know how much PJ got today? It's hard for us to tell up there in this type of situation. And overall, I know you spoke of him, but overall.
Yeah, overall, this is a guess. I'd say 25 or 30. That'd be my guess.
And he's been nicked a little.
Yeah, he's been in and out, but he's got some toughness. He's got some mental toughness and some physical toughness, along with a lot of physical ability. And he's a guy that for a young guy really works and has come in here and tried to establish himself in the right way with his work ethic and his commitment, his off the field stuff, and he's done a nice job.
Is he going to be advanced enough, in your opinion, by the time you start the season, maybe midway or later, to be a factor?
Good question. I certainly hope so. Because anytime you guys, you get guys that can rush the passer and make explosive plays for you, big plays. That's a real plus, and he's got the potential to do that. You just got to keep working.
What kind of progress, difference have you seen with your linebackers in particular from first of spring to today?
Fundamental, incremental improvements. Whether it's footwork, whether it's pad level, whether it's blow delivery, whether it's shedding blocks with their hands. Again, we got a long way to go, but I've seen a lot of improvement, and I'm proud of that. We just got to carry it on and take the next step with it and continue to get better every day. And I know that sounds coach talk, but that's the truth. That's just the way it is.
How do you see Danny Stutzman from when you first came in to where he is now?
A lot of growth and a lot of assertiveness now as a leader. Not only as a guy that's a productive player, a very productive player. He led the Big 12 in tackles last year, but a guy that's asserted himself as a leader. And we can't have too much of that. That's impossible. It's a real.
Another player that seemed to flash pretty much. What's his veteran presence meant for the defensive back?
Well, again, going back to somebody asked about him earlier, but competitive depth. Between he and Key Lawrence, where one of them might be a little bit better one day, one of them better the next day, but it's been a back and forth, and as a result of that, I think it's made both of them better, and it will continue to.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah.